I think that we're live now. I'm gonna assume. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Good morning. This is Kerbal Nautics, and today I'm gonna bring you a video showing you how to use the Falki Orbital Survey mod, as well as just going to do your basic MUN launch and landing. The biggest thing here to remember is you're going to need a little bit of extra fuel if you're going to do orbital surveying. I didn't even think about it when I was talking to Ckan about this stuff. Yeah, to do like a proper orbital survey with this, pretty much probably anything really, you need to be in a polar orbit. If you're in an equilateral orbit or an equatorial orbit, sorry, you'll only map out the equator. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna start. My main thing is I don't want to have to adjust the altitude of either of these surveyors, because there's a visual surveyor and a region surveyor. The visual just gives you a visual map of the moon or planet, and then the regional gives you the biomes of it. And that's going to be over here. So any of these static antennas out of these three do all the same thing. As far as I can tell, it doesn't matter if you get the huge one or the smallest. This is a visual scanning antenna, and you can see where it says visual mapping, where it says number science experiment, and it says experiment visual mapping, and then over there it says orbital survey. It shows you the field of view, and then it shows you the minimum altitude, ideal altitude, maximum altitude for the small. Then there's medium category, large category. It's the same thing with the region, except it'll say region mapping. And for region mapping, you're going to go a little higher up, I believe. So anyways, with all that being said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building my little MUN lander. And then on top of that, I can put my orbital surveyors in a different type of module that will detach before I do my landing and can go into its polar orbit. Then again, I may just do a polar orbit from the start, land on the equator. That's probably a better idea, actually. It'll be a lot easier to get into polar orbit before I get into the MUN's SOI. And then, as opposed to doing a complete plane change, you can get into the MUN's SOI, into a polar orbit, and then you can land on the equator. If you land like on the equator from a polar orbit, now you don't have to do a plane change. You're using the body as an inertial stop, kinda, which will save you quite a bit of delta V, because then you don't have to do the plane change yourself. Anyways, how many Kerbals do I want to bring with me? We're just going to do a viewing cupola. As a matter of fact, though, we're not going to do that because this is a MUN launch, and you guys probably have maybe the MK1 lander set up, so we'll go with the MK1 lander. Alright. I don't like building where the dang window is. I don't know why. I just don't. Alright, so let's start with the lander. One lander doesn't need that much delta V. And again, you guys probably don't have those parts either. So I will go with, that's too much for me. So small. I'm making this too serious. You guys won't have that part for a mud landing. You might have that part, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. Like that. Alright. We'll throw a skipper on it. I mean, a swivel. Sorry. A little swivel. This is 27,000, and we are at 174 in the vacuum. I'm gonna throw on some more fuels, just because I feel like it. Alright, and then this will go in a 4 quadrant. Now, obviously, landing legs are a good thing to use. However, landing legs are a bit buggy in KSP too, and you know, you'll be able to do this with your landing legs. However, once you get into the further away multi-body areas like Jewel, for instance, you start to really lose the ability to have a decent lander with landing legs. Even Eve, like, Eve doesn't really permit landing legs as far as I can tell at this point in time. Honestly, you know, use your landing legs, guys, but I don't use them anymore, honestly. I'm just not a fan of them. Alright, so this should have a nice little reaction wheel in it. Let's get our battery on. Throw on a small reaction wheel. You can use you can use RCS, guys, but reaction wheels for smaller things are much more effective, especially in conjunction with the one inside of the landing can, because there's usually a reaction wheel inside of your pod, to some extent anyways. Alright. Alright, that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll move that down just a tad bit. So yeah, I just basically just omit landing legs now. They're just... I mean, I can build my own with fuel tanks and they hold fuel. I mean, why not? Make sure we get our aesthetics up here. Because if it doesn't look good, then it didn't happen, right? Alright, let's get some solar. Let's get a couple batteries, or just one battery on. And how about 2 batteries? 2 batteries, 2 batteries. Yeah, 2 batteries. Keep in mind that the orbital surveyors require quite a bit of power, actually. And now this is a MUN landing, and I'm assuming you guys might not have a whole lot of the tech tree opened up yet. So I'm trying to use the lower ended tech tree things. And in this case, we're probably not going to come back with Oh, you stupid thing. There you go. Yeah, it's not too good. Change of plans. We're taking the lander can out because I want you guys to be able to re-enter properly here. We're going to go straight for the little capsule. That way I can do this. And put a small heat shield on. If I stick on a small heat shield, that saved me so much mass. Very important. And then we'll do one little parachute. For it for re-entry. Got a parachute. I got a heat shield. Should be about all I need. Alright. So that's our Munlander. And now that we got the Munlander hooked up here, now I'm going to start getting my Orbital Surveyors working. I might need to go a little bit higher up in the tech tree as well, just to get enough Delta V to do all this stuff. We'll see how it goes. Doesn't need fuel, that's true. Alrighty. Let's throw our first thing on in. Remember, they require quite a bit of battery too, so obviously with the Mun landing, I'm going to leave it at a lower tier tech. The surveyors I'm putting in between here, I'm going to put them into whatever, I'm going to use whatever tech I can to get it up there, really, because honestly, I feel like y'all would be using this a little bit later anyways. Don't forget your brain for your probe. Alright. Got my batteries, got my brain for my probe. Something I tend to have been doing with this is I don't ever bring enough energy with me. So in this case, we're gonna deck it out just a bit. This will hopefully be enough. There. Okay. Look at that son of a bitch go. Haha. Hee. Then maybe we'll throw a little medium. Can't do that, right? Let's throw some twitches on here. might not show me how much fuel I have. What I can do with this now is just bye-bye, and then I can go here. And it's not always going to give you your delta V, but it just did. There it is. It's a lot of delta V. Let's try something a little more, where are my thuds at? So the thuds come in, I believe you get the thuds after the mun tech tree. This is an obscene amount. All right. Let's see. I got my computer brain. I got my battery. I got my solars. I got that. And I'm going to need to add one more thing in here to make this whole thing work out decently enough. A small reaction wheel. Make sure that that satellite dish can clear. Make sure I can clear that. All right. There's our first one. Throw one of those on, and what I can do here is Control C, copy that son bitch. Go in here. Take that off. Take that off. Make sure you have enough electricity. Make sure you have a brain. Make sure you have thrusters. Make sure that you have solar panels to get that electricity pumping. Unless you're too far out from the sun, then you're going to want to bring some RGBs. Or unless you're me and you just use RGBs all the time now because they make the vessel look a lot more cleaner and less freaking cluttered. But other than that, yeah. So now we're going to put in our visual scanning antennae. All right. Going to clip that base in a little bit. Not that far though, right there. Let's check our alignment here, see how good we're doing. Turn snap, and we're good. All right. Now what I can do, simply anchor that, flip it around, toss it onto my thing. Now I have an orbital survey module for visual and regional. All right. Can pop another decoupler on the top, like so. And then what I can do is I can go to open. I can go to my Mun lander. I can go to merge. and it'll put it right in there for me, and then I can go here, and voila. Got my Munlander, got my Orbital Surveyor modules. We're shaping it up to be a nice little mission here. Oh yes. Yes indeed, yes indeed. Alright, so... just cleaning this up. Alright, I got those all isolated. Very good. Go up here, change my save file. Whatever. Orbital Surveyor, Munland. Alright. We were probably 25 tons, not too bad to start. We already have a very decent amount of Delta V going on in here. This will not be too hard to put into orbit. I'm going to expand the base of this rocket just a bit. I'm going to need to get this little guy into orbit for sure. And let's see here. Is a skipper enough? Will the skipper get me up there? The skipper gets me halfway. You guys probably only have skippers unlocked. I'm gonna assume that. Only skippers unlocked. I do not want to do that though. We're at 87 there with that. I'm gonna put a couple of thuds on. Gotta augment my output here. There we go. We're getting there. I'm seeing Delta V mounts. So. And let's get our main stack up. This will be our main stack. I know you guys probably don't have these giant fuel tanks yet. Well, that's all right. I think 5 skippers should be enough. We'll see. Is that 1.8 or is that 1.00? I can't tell. That's funny. It's 1.00. No way. That's great. All right. We got these about at 1.1. Okay. We're going to go over here. We're going to slap on some more decouplers. Like that. Now, in rotate and translation for these guys, after you put the stacks on, just be mindful you don't get a lot of room to move around with them, so you want to really hone in where you want these to be clipped onto. And then make sure that, you know, you're not going to be able to probably move them more than their own width either direction in translate. So if you're trying to like put a booster on and move it way far up or down with translate after you attach it to a radial, you're not going to be able to probably. So just be mindful of where you're putting it. Should I put these guys on? These are cool little these are modded boosters here. They're actually ridiculous with the thrust to weight ratio. That's not too bad actually. Maybe they're more normal than I thought. All right. Yeah, we'll use them. I just hope they don't obliterate me. So see, now I have these boosters pretty high up, right? Go here to my translation. Oh, it let me do it really far that time, huh? Okay. That doesn't usually happen. Just saying. Well, that looks pretty good. I got my probes, I got my brains, I got my stuff. All right, you know what? I think we're ready to try our launch out. Let's do it. All right. Here we go. Taking up our orbital surveyors. Nice little rumbling. The speed at which this game runs with this few of parts is so buttery. I'm not used to going with just these many parts. There's like nothing here for me. It's real funny. Alright, I'm gonna take these up, these solid engines, all the way up vertically before I release them. It's usually the play with solid engines. You want to mind your meters a second, and you want to actually throttle down just a bit once you hit the Mach number. Once you hit Mach 1. So here we go. Release. Throttle all the way up. And our thrust to weight ratio just climbed above the number we needed. So there's that. We're going to wait till we get a little bit more out of the atmosphere to do a turn, because my thrust to weight ratio right now is very low. However, I should still have enough to get to where I need to go. I'm hoping. Alright, let's start our gravity turn. Take it to the 45. And then go from there. We actually got some pretty good, doing pretty well here, so I'm gonna take it all the way to the 90. Take it all the way to the 90. I don't think I remembered solar panels on the Mun lander though, which will be okay. We'll be alright. We got batteries. Alright, we're pushing her up into orbit now. Slowly but surely. Just gonna keep on pushing her. Keep pushing the altitude up. Pushing the prograde. Don't let your prograde fall into the orange. This is a bit shallower than I like, but it'll do. Alright, around 2,300 meters a second we'll do it. And then we'll be able to circularize if we're not already. I tend to use manual SAS when I do launches. Prograde does help. However, this is just the way I like to do it. It's probably from my space plane buildings. Alright, we're gonna keep pushing this up till we get to about 100. ish. Alright. And now we can see I'm still getting heat. My apoapsis is still trailing down. It's because I still wasn't all the way out of the atmosphere. Atmospheric effects will stop at 70,000 for Kerbin. That's also designated by the time warp going from 3 max to its other game state of multiple maxes. That one came sooner though. It usually only does it at 70. Either way. So now we're going to take this all the way up to our apoapsis, or our highest point in our orbit. We're going to get up there. Now we can use our prograde button. I should have put some lights on this guy, but I didn't. Oh well. Alright. Our prograde button. Now we're just going to raise our prograde. Oopsie. Alright. And watch that number. And that'll do. We can go a little bit higher up if we want to. To that 117. Now, that number will vary drastically on different bodies that you go visit that have more drastic contrasts in their elevation. That'll change your ground kilometer measurement, so keep that in mind as well. And there we go. Fairly circularized orbit. We're gonna go find our Mun. There's our Mun. What I like to do is find the Mun, focus on the Mun, and then go up here, put the Mun so it's vertical to Kerbin. Imagine like a straight line pointing out there, alright? And now I imagine the 90-degree line pointing out this way, right? In order to meet the Mun, I need to go right about, I'd say if this is a 45 here, this is a 90-degree angle right here. You're going to want to slightly go probably right around the 45 is where you're going to want to launch off from. So you go find your that's more of a what is that, 135? So 135 degrees is right about where you're going to be doing your launch from relative to where the Mun is to Kerbin. Okay? You can do your thing. And then we got a Mun encounter. Now, see how I can tweak it a bit, right? Because we're just finding it first. Now, it does not look like I'm going into an immediate polar orbit, which is fine with me, honestly. And it looks like I'm right now doing a slingshot around the Mun, which is not what I want to do either. So, really we want to be like that, because we want to go meet the Mun, get sucked up by its gravity. Wait, that's a slingshot, isn't it? That is a slingshot, okay. Alright. Yeah, let's see here, because I'm going up. And I'm meeting the Mun. I don't care. I'm getting dyslexic now and it's freaking me out. So I'm just gonna go for it. I don't care, you guys. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out once we get there. It's not that important. That's what radial in and radial out are for. So that's pretty good. It's more important when you're on like a farther away mission. But for the Mun, you're gonna have plenty of delta V to mess around with. So it's not that important. Alright. Let's go do this burn. Alright, so I don't know why it's like this, but it's always just a bit misleading for these kind of burns. So the burn timer here, if you're brand new, you're probably still starting your burn at the 0 for the 55 seconds. And that would start you at the maneuver node. What you actually want to do is take this red line here, cut this red line in half, take half of it, put it on this side of the maneuver node to split it, and that will split your stop burn time in half. So you're going to take 25 seconds plus the 2.5, so 27.5 seconds. And you're going to start your burn at 27.5 seconds. That way, when you stop it, you'll be at 27.5 seconds. And then that way, because the game's thinking that you're doing like this without any orbital influence, any gravitational influence. It thinks that you're doing a straight burn. And that's not the case. So if you take the half here, put it here, that will smooth out any of those discrepancies to your burn and make it actually accurate. All right, show you what I'm talking about here. We're gonna get our prograde here. All right, let's get up to our 27.5 second mark. All right, let's go. See how that yellow bar is depleting? That is letting me know that I have started my burn. Around 2,900 or so meters a second is when you're going to get your Mun encounter. So we're going to keep taking it on up. As you can see, we are stretching out. Usually I just remove the maneuver node at this point, but we'll keep it here. Remember, this is like a template. All this is a template. None of this actually exists yet. So you don't need to keep it there if you remember what you're doing. And honestly, once you get good enough at it, the Mun, you don't really need to have any of that stuff anyways. All right, there's our Mun encounter. think I have myself going around it. I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me. No. Right now I'm in like a perfect orbit for the mud, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a normal. Normal one. I don't know why I'm going. I really want to be going in front of it. So we'll do that. It's gonna cost me a grand total. Oh wow. It just said screw you, Kylie. You don't get to go to the mud now. That's rude. Let's get out of the sphere of influence of Curvin. Oh, we can't. But let's get farther. Let's go a little bit farther through. That way we don't miss our encounter here. Let's see if that helped at all. It didn't. That's so crazy. I got a really bad slingshot. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's alright. What happens when I'm down here now? Can I do it now? Can I do what I need to do? Kinda, for like 6,000 points. But as a matter of fact, did you see what happened there? Let's see, did that happen like I thought it happened? Alright, so there's that. We're going. Oh, yes, we're going up. And... whoa. We're just gonna go ahead and burn. We're doing normal, oh god, I'm so close. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Alright. There's good old Kirby Curbs. And where's my money moo? Gotta be coming up to it soon. Yeah, there it is. Alright. There's your mun. We're going to mun to have some fun. Alright, here we are. Oh, she just disappeared on me. Hey. We're going down to 85. Yes. That'll do. Running out of electricity like a psychopath, but that's fine as well. Alrighty, let's start our circularization burn. Let's see where our $300, $500. This is for region 700. R2, 100, 300, 500. Okay. So I'm going to put the first one down to lower than I'm at. Probably around, let's say 250, because I'm going to have to do a burn to get up there. I'm going to get this guy down on the mun first. How's that? Okay. And now I can really shrink my apoapsis down a lot. Get our periapsis down to right about there. All right. It's got us going on the dark side of the mun. You know, I'm sick of doing dark side landings. I'm gonna go to the light side for the mid. So I'm going to take this up to probably about 30. Alright. Before I get to that area there, we're going to go like that. We'll get that going. Alright, we're going to wait till we get right to that periapsis to start this little burnout. Matthew periapsis. Oh God. Matthew periapsis. Matthew periapsis. Rest in peace, Matthew periapsis. I'm losing myself, sorry. Alright, we're gonna go land in this beautiful mare. Bring it in as close as I can get to. Alright. We're going to want to burn before that periapsis point. It's going to be a continuous burn. Alright. And here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that mun. Racing to the mare. Alright, we're racing to our mare. And we do know that we're in a mare, I believe, for a landing. Yep. I can start my my burn here as soon as I get into that mare. As soon as I get visual confirmation of the mare. Alright. You want to go typically land in the mare just because it's a lot smoother, flatter, easier. As soon as I see that mare, I'm initiating my burn. I see the mare. I'm initiating my burn. Alright, just don't do it too shallow because you could end up killing yourself. Now burning here at this angle, at this elevation, getting it as close as you can, this matters a lot for ones that have higher gravitational spheres of influence, like ones that have more mass. You want to minimize as much time in your burn as possible and in the gravitational influence of the sphere as possible. Because for every second you're inside a particular body's sphere of influence, you're losing meters a second. And for bodies like Tylo, that can get pretty ridiculous. Here we go. Going in for our landing. One landing's pretty routine. Uh-oh, we flipped. There you go. Alright. We're on the mun. I did not bring ladders. But that's okay, because we have RCS thrust. However, make sure you bring ladders. Because if you're on somewhere like Tylo, you're not getting back in your ship. Alright. The Mun Orbital Surveyor mission. We're out here in the mare. Looking good. Looking alright. Alright. Doing a little dance. Yeah, it feels like it. Alright, anyways. Uh-oh, RCS isn't done. That is my door, right? Oh, jeez. Get me in. Let me in, dude. Let me into my home. Hardest part of the mission is getting into your door, I guess. Alright, and now let's go check out our orbital surveyors. Alright, let's push her up into a abnormal orbit. Alright, so we're gonna just push it as far as we can to stay into our orbit. The longer you stay at one of those burns, the longer you stay at those burns, the more you'll push your apoapsis out. So you want to be mindful of that. Uh-oh, I'm out of electricity already. Oh no. How did that happen? Oh no. Alright. Ooh, I'm really out of electricity. Okay. That's annoying. Alright, electricity's on. Alright, so I'm just gonna push this guy out. Keep going. Bringing this up to an orbital surveyor. All right. I'll keep pushing it till we get to our polar orbit. Let's go back here. All right. I don't think it has to be perfect, but we'll make it pretty good, right? Hey, wrong way, dude. Come on. Don't piss her with me. That's pretty polar, I'd say. All right. Which one are we moving up first here? Visuals, ideals, 300. So let's go raise it to 300 for the old visual. There's that pole. All right. We're gonna push this periapsis up to about 300 in and of itself. Let's wait till we pass. All right. Get this up to a cool 300. Perfect. All right. Now, this is, I guess we'll just float around in orbit for a while, whatever. Well, actually, you know what? I can do that. This one needs to go up to 500, I believe. Oh. 220, eh? Oh, alright. Okay. Alright, start engines. And 220 it is. Oh! 220 it is. Alright. That knocked a good amount off, hey? Alright, this one's got a scanning range of... How strange. You know... Oh... It says there's a small range. Okay. Whatever. Wait, this one's ideal range is 300, right? Yes, it is. So... Alright, we can start mapping. There you go. Click on the overlay. This one is performing a regional mapping. A visual mapping, sorry. So we're going to start doing that. And then we're going to get this guy into its area. Get this down to 220. All right. It's down to 220. There we go, roughly 220. Okay. All right. Oh. That's not fair, bro. Come on. Not fair. Not fair at all, you stupid hoe. See, that's what I thought, too. Whatever, I'm just gonna push this up to 500 and then do that. Wait a minute, am I way out? Oh, I am way out. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm so stupid. Come on. It's way too much. It's not that hard. It is not that hard. That really threw me off, the fact that they had that going on, though. There you go. And voila. Okay. We got our antenna extended. We can start our... Right? And then we can go to our other one, I believe. Yep. Will it keep it? Yep, it keeps it. That's pretty cool. I can only have one map running at a time, though. Alright. Oh, I can do both. Very good. Alright. Let's check out the scanner. We'll just put it in speed. There we go. We are checking it all out. Go to region. We are picking up the region of the month. Yep, looking good, looking good. Alright. Not bad. I got 2 satellites in orbit, one doing a visual reconnaissance, one doing a regional reconnaissance. Polar orbits. Visual's at 300,000 kilometers. Regional is at 500,000 kilometers. It's in a polar orbit. And we're just going to keep going over until we get these little guys mapped out all the way. And then after that, we will take our little friendly Munlander and go on home. I do like how there's like a overlay that goes on it too, to show you everything. It's pretty nice. Visual is trying to complete all the way. Regional is complete, I think. Yep. So there's your region map. There's the Mare Eye. Right there. Mare, Highlands, Craters, and Raid Crater. Where's Raid Crater at? Oh. Raid crater. I don't see a black region on here like that. Maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know where that is at all. We're still mapping the visual. Might take a minute longer, I think. Raid crater. Once it's 95, it'll complete. Alright, complete. There's our visual. Where in the hell is a raid crater? I don't see that anywhere. Do you see it? I mean, it looks like Australia there, doesn't it? Australia. Australia. There's Russia, Europe, the United States, North Korea. All right, let's get them overlays off. So yeah, it's pretty cool how that works, I'd say. Very cool. You know, that could be good for exploring, especially the biomes, let you know where you need to go and how many you need to hit. However, I don't know where the raid crater is. That's very interesting. I'm almost like inclined to like land one of these suckers down there. There it is. Raid crater. Holy crap! What is that? Ooh, what is a raid crater? That is a unique feature on the Mun. See this right here? Active vessel tracking. Yeah, there you go. Does that waypoint go on the map? Oh, it does. Oh, buddy, that's freaking great. That's awesome. All right, it's still there. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know. I got 1,500 to do a Mun landing here. Oh, I got plenty. All right, we're taking this guy down. I have to check out that raid crater. I just really have to. That's cool. Look at that thing. All right, let's fire. This feature is completely unique to the Mun. Meaning, like, it's the only one on the Mun. I don't know if there might be another raid crater in the Krabola system, but this is a unique feature. Is it really doing that? Oh no. Okay. My probe's backwards, which is fine. Alright, let's land this puppy. excited for this one. I haven't actually used this mod yet for anything important or special, so it's pretty fun. Now this landing is what we call extremely inefficient landing. Extremely inefficient. I can't deal with them. We're having maintenance done on the apartment because they didn't do shit when we moved in, which is very annoying. However, yeah, this is a little sketch of a landing, but it'll be okay. There it is. The raid crater. Good. All right. Oh, it's the wrong way. Shit. It's gonna be difficult. Yeah, this could be difficult. Alright, this is the raid crater. That's pretty. It's so white. So yeah, this looks like it happened when the moon was young, due to the double ridge happening here. I think that means there's a good chance this was created on a lake bed of lava when the moon was very young. Oh, it's so soft. That's cool. That's really sweet. It's like all just like fluffy snow or something. What a cool feature in here. A perfect landing. Well, that's gonna break it. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Anyways, cool. Nice. Alright. Shit. Let's get us back to the let's get our friend back. Alright. Now, if I'm right here, I'm going to push off at the 90, get a small orbit, and then leave probably heading that way. Okay? That'll push me towards the 90, so without further ado, let's get this show on the road. As long as you're over those ridges, you can pretty much do a straight up shot out of here. Here we go. Alright, and then we should be able to go right about here. Yep, get a pretty good fling into the inside. Alright, so let's go do it. Successful mission. Guys, like and subscribe. Help support a growing channel. I'd appreciate it greatly. might take a minute. Oh look, it's still alive. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I guess we're there already. Sure. Alright. Start our burn. As soon as we get outside of that sphere of the Mun's influence, we are going to cut thrusters. Alright. Let's say goodbye to the good old Mun. Say goodbye. All right. I'm gonna try to get close to the KSC, but probably won't happen. We'll bring this periapsis to about 37. That'll allow us to re-enter. All right. Okay. I have a couple options. I could keep burning fuel, or I could do that. And see how, see if my little wily son of a bitch can do what it needs to do. Do body, yeah. Look at that Kerbal in there. Alright, let's go. We're back at Kerbin. We're re-entering. Let's see if we can survive it. Hope I can. Check your ablator. Ablator's looking good. And I should not flip out. Just shutting off that heat. It looks like we're touching down in the desert, which I do not mind touching down in the desert. Probably end up doing a better cut of this video later. Hey, we were just there. That's where we just were. It's a little bit of thought. The Mun's not nothing. I like how I almost flipped over. taking a long time though, isn't it? We'll lose the heat effect soon once we cross back. Any second. I guess the parachute decided to open itself. It still lets you cut the chutes and repack them without an engineer though, so that's pretty handy. So even if you lose it, you can just repack it. Alright, right around 1,000 this parachute should open up very soon. I hope. I will definitely press pause if it doesn't open up soon. Yeah, it's not opening up. Oh, it is opening up. Yeah, whatever. I'm not brave enough for that. All right. Calm down, dude. You're fine. There you have it. Oh, whoa. What is all this weird stuff? One more thing that I gotta do here. Alright. Let's see if I can just aim right at this fucker. I don't really need it anymore. Alright, let's see what happens. We're going to the moon. We're going quite fast at the moon, actually. Ooh, that's fast. See you guys later.